Second Esdras, chapter 8 and verse 50. For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem Rakakadash, for blessing me with the spirit to do this lesson. And I came across this video um earlier this morning when I was at the plantation or whatever. And I said, yo, I'm gonna do something to this, do a lesson on it. Because what we have is a lot of rebellion, a lot of people that's, taking lightly these things that are going on in the earth. And they're about to get a major wake up call, because this country is going to SHIT, man. SHITS. And it's about to be hell on earth for the people here in Babylon the Great, man. It's about to be hell throughout the whole earth, but here in the land of confusion, the land of wickedness, it's about to be complete hell on the people, man. Let me get one more and we're gonna play this. This is Isaiah chapter 19 and verse 2. It says, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. That's your modern day Americans, right? They're about to be each other's worst enemy, right? It says, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. And the Lord promised this. And this is prophecy. So it's going to come to pass, man. The more things are taken out of people's lives, and the more got to come out of their pockets, and the tighter the squeeze becomes, people are going to lash out. So let's hear this, man. I'm gonna try to make it. I'm gonna try to let it play as much as I can, and if I hear something crazy, I'll just, stop it and go in. Yabba Shemel Shah, willing to like be edified. Shalom.
United States left this week. That's it. In 2 weeks, the prices on all the goods that we have imported is about to skyrocket. And not even like in a normal way, like in a what the fuck is going on? Why are my eggs $12 kind of way? But you have about 2 weeks to stock up on whatever you think you're gonna need to keep you from having to pay those prices right away. 2 weeks. Go to the store.
Gonna make your country go broke, your country go broke. No one's gonna have shit. F the oil. I'm gonna light it all on fire. I'm gonna destroy my infrastructure. Just make everybody feel it. You'll start seeing war on the streets when that gas hits $20 a gallon.
Absolutely.
You don't have to have a world war. You'll have one here. You don't give a shit about a world war. That electricity won't even be on. You can't afford that to even turn on the news to find out there's a world war. You got to go fight your neighbor. You got to go up the street. You got to go rob a store for whatever goods they have, because bread costs $50, $20. You want a peanut butter jelly sandwich, you're going to have to go kill somebody for it. Everybody's got morals while they got money in their pocket. But as soon as the money's gone, you'll see how many morals you really have as a society.
And we've been saying that, man. We've been saying that, right? We've been telling you when the money goes and when you can't eat, the regular way you eat, a surprising nature is going to come upon a lot of you people, man, because a lot of these people that you see throughout your day to day, you know, they're gonna show their true nature, right? This is 2nd Esdras 13 and 31. And one shall undertake to fight against another, one city against another, one place against another, one people against another, and one realm against another. So it's going to be war, man. Civil war, race war. It's going to be war. Like he said, for peanut butter and jelly, you're going to have to kill somebody, for a loaf of bread, right? It's not going to be just a simple go to the grocery store and pick things up, and say, honey, I'm back home, or all right, kids, let's eat. It ain't gonna be that no more, man.
That shit goes out the window. That's one of the first things that's going to go out the window. The truth. Your morals is going to go out the window. You will steal. You will lie. You will cheat. You will to eat, to survive.
Yeah. Even as you're talking, I'm like, my God, this is biblical. I pray that it doesn't come down to this point.
We all should.
And that's Jake for you, man. I pray it don't happen. I pray it's going to happen. It's gonna happen. That's you complacent Negroes here in America, man. You're thinking that all these things are just talk. And the Lord gave you the warning, man, through his prophets. The Lord gave you a warning through his servants, man. The brothers on the highways and hedges, man. The brothers all over YouTube and social media. You've been given the warning. Everybody keep reverting back to the Bible. This is biblical. This is biblical. This is biblical. Right? You think the Bible was here for nothing? You think that was just a book that, the so-called white man wrote, that he just put there? No, man. The Bible is actual words from the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua, man. Right? And everything in the Bible is true.
Sure. But as we all know, self-preservation, that's the first law of the land.
Mm-hmm.
There is another part of the world that cannot afford for us to control that oil.
Mm-hmm.
They just can't. Then we're playing an entire different game. I mean, it's energy warfare.
There will be impact on the price of processed and unprocessed food. There will be an impact on the supply chain if it lasts longer, and we're not going to see exactly the same disruption as during COVID, but something that will be in between normal and COVID disruption.
Remember that time during the pandemic where they was fighting over toilet tissue, man. Right? They was ransacking stores, and they didn't give a damn about friendship and politeness. They didn't give a damn about that, man. They needed what they needed, and they was gonna get it by any means, even if it meant busting somebody's head wide open, man. You people have no understanding, man, of what's coming.
I will eat my neighbors. I'm not letting my kids die. I'm just going to be honest. My superpower is being honest. I've extrapolated this out, and I won't have to for a few years because I got food and stuff. But I'm literally looking at my neighbors now and going, I'm ready to hang them up and gut them and skin them and chop them up. You know what? I'm ready. My daughters aren't starving to death. I'll eat my neighbors. See, my superpower is being honest. I'll eat your ass. I will. I'm combat mom.
And that's a demon. That's a devil for you, man. And these Edomites, man, they do that with no problem. You know, but Jake, you got a lot of Jakes out there that will do it, but for the most part, Jake ain't trying to do that. But cannibalism is going to return, man, in a heavy way, in a major way. So a lot of you people in the world, man, because in that time, the Lord told us in Isaiah 65 that his servants are going to eat, his servants are going to drink, and his servants are going to be joyous, right? So we are, trust and believe in what Yahweh Shem Yahushua says. But you other people, man, in the world, you have no hope, man. You have no hope.
Optimum self-sufficiency, probably the leader. The point is have you thought about that yet? Because I'm somebody that thought I could fix this, and I'm starting to think about having to eat my neighbors. You think I like sizing up my neighbor, how I'm going to haul him up by a chain and chop his ass up? I'll do it. My children aren't going hungry. I will eat your ass. And that's why I want the globalists to know. I will eat your ass first.
I don't know how true this is, but I heard as of May 1st, all gas is going to be cut with 15% ethanol. From my understanding, ethanol is going to destroy my engine. So essentially, they're forcing us to buy electric vehicles. What's the point of this? Is this true? Because ethanol is going to destroy the engine. I don't want to get rid of my car. I love my car. I don't want a Tesla. Why are we all being forced to buy Tesla now? Is gas going to be cut with 15% ethanol? Didn't they get rid of this, 50 years ago? Why are they cutting the gas? Why do they want us to drive electric? They did this with Obama, with the cash for clunkers. They destroyed all the good vehicles. So everybody had to get these new vehicles with the systems inside where they could track you, they could monitor you. Because all the old vehicles, they couldn't monitor you. So they got rid of that. So now they can monitor us through this CarPlay nonsense. But now you're going to destroy my engine with ethanol? Also, I think the gas is being cut right now. Gas is clear. Gas should not be clear. The gas should have a tinge of a color. Gas is dripping out clear now. I think the gas is already contaminated, and you should be pumping your gas with a mask and gloves. Something is in the oil.
It's a plan that was agreed to by 179 nations. It's called the Agenda for the 21st Century. It's a totalitarian state being developed right now all over the world. It is the inventory and control plan of all land, all water, all minerals, all plants, all animals, all construction, all means of production, all food, all energy, all information, and all human beings in the world. And this is a plan that was agreed to by 179 nations back in 1992. It's a United Nations plan. It's called the Agenda for the 21st Century. And so many of us around the world think that, sustainable development, it just sounds so great. Isn't it about recycling and creative reuse and creating energy and food resources for everyone? And the answer is no, it really is not. It's about moving populations into concentrated city centers and clearing them out of the rural areas. All systems have to be brought into harmony in order to control them all. Because when systems don't meet, when they're out of balance or not in sync with one another, they can't be controlled centrally. And the goal of Agenda 21 is one world government and total control from a central unit.
Guys, I wasn't going to make another video today, but this is extremely urgent. I need you to pass this on to everybody, all the high content creators that have all the mass followings. The Epstein files in this war is just a distraction. What I just learned about Peter Thiel and Alex Karp with Palantir, essentially they're using all this shit as a distraction right now. And the detention centers that are being installed with the incinerators and all that stuff for humans, it's all designed for us, people like me, people like you, all the dissenters, all the people that can see the shit that's going on. Palantir is 100% that's using all the cameras, the flat cameras, all our cell phones, your TVs, everything. And now it's being even admitted through whistleblowers and through themselves that they are 100% gathering information on every single one of us. What do you think the AI databases are for? These what we're seeing right now are all distractions, and we're all putting our attention to it. Okay, and that's what they want. We're giving them exactly what they want. In all reality, they're about to box us all in with this technology. We're 100% occupied by a terrorist entity, which is Israel, and our own government. They're all complicit in this. Guys, this isn't even fucking funny. The war in Iran and the pedophiles is just it literally not even the tip of the iceberg. Okay, we have no other choice at this point. I'm gonna tell you that right now. We have no other choice but to take arms. We have no other choice. These people plan on killing us all. Everybody that's not in compliance, they plan on killing us all, rounding us up, put us in these concentration camps, and killing us all. This isn't conspiracy. This is 100% what the fuck they're about to do. And they're using all of this fucking, all these distractions and all the fucking theatrics as way to fucking just buy themselves more time. There's a No Kings rally in the Capitol this weekend on Saturday. I don't give a shit what it's called. No.
And we've been telling you that for the longest, man. They have concentration camps set up. They was getting these super big coffins, you know, where 3-4 bodies can fit in them. You know, yeah, man, this devil, he got plans for you citizens of Babylon, man, you Babylonians. You know. But as you seen in the clip before this one, you know, the 2030 agenda, you know, these are the things that amongst many that Esau, you know, the so-called white man, the ruler of this wicked kingdom is planning to do. And the jig is up. Everybody knows what this war is all about. And it was a war that was illegal, and people are seeing that. So every move that this devil makes it is being exposed. So he's going to have no choice but to just go all out, man, and use his blessing and do things by force. And people would rant Trump, you know, Israel, all these people, all the leaders and all that, they all in cahoots with one another. But, you know, who's running the show? Who's ultimately running the show? Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua, right? They took the Most High out of the equation, man. They don't talk about the Most High like that. It's all Trump, man. Trump is doing this. We got to vote him out. Nah, it's Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua. Let's get this. This is Proverbs 21:1. It said, the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, man. So whoever the king is, whoever runs a country, right? Whoever runs the world, you know, the Rothschilds, the Gettys, the Rosenbergs, the Rosenbaums, you know, anybody, man. The ones we never heard of, they're all ran and controlled by the Heavenly Father, man. It says, the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, meaning his mind. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. So the Lord is the master chess player, man. The Lord makes the moves. You know, he moves the pieces. He puts, you know, thoughts in your mind, right? The Lord also says in Proverbs 16 and 1, it says the preparation of the heart of man and the answer of the tongue is from the Lord, man. So the Lord controls what these leaders speak and what they think. So they can have a 2030 agenda. If the Lord says, your kingdom is done in 2026, it's done. If the Lord say your kingdom is done, 2027 is done. You don't make the you don't control nothing, man. The Lord controls everything, and whatever the Lord says, that's what goes.
Kings, fucking Uno, tic-tac-toe. It shouldn't just be a protest. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Everybody that's on my page, you guys need to share this shit. Get this the fuck out there. Your lives, your family's lives, everything depends on this. This isn't a joke. This isn't like I was not even gonna make another video today, but this is urgent. Get this the fuck out there. They plan on boxing us all in and fucking putting us in these camps and killing us all. And everybody that's left is gonna be fucking. They're gonna be the cucks. They're gonna be the people that are just gonna bow down. They're gonna serve these fucking masters. Look into Peter Thiel and fucking Alex Karp. Look at these motherfuckers, dude. They're sick individuals. I don't even think they're human. All right, guys, please get this spread around. This is not a joke. Please get this spread around. As always, fuck, man. Peace and God bless us all.
About 2 weeks before the shortages are going to start hitting your grocery store. And I don't say things like this lightly. I'm usually way ahead of what's coming. So please hear me on this. Everyone is talking about gas prices. And yes, gas prices are high, but nobody is talking about plastic. So look around you right now. Your shampoo bottle, your laundry soap, your deodorant, your diapers, feminine products, everything, dog food, your meat, your produce, all of those are packaged in plastic. And plastic is made from oil. With the Strait of Hormuz closed and the bypass ports hit too, things aren't moving. 40% of the world's plastic packaging goes directly into food and beverage. And plastic resin prices are already up nearly 60%. That's been since February. Aluminum prices are up. Think canned tuna, think canned goods. All of these things are happening. I'm not telling you this to panic you. I'm telling you this so that you can save some money. So here's what I've done, and here's what I continue to do. I am stocking up on 3 to 6 months of the basic things that my family uses daily. Things like dog food, shampoo, soap, laundry detergent, rice, flour, beans, non-perishables. Things we go through, though, every month.
And you got a lot of these preppers, get on these social media platforms and show off, what they got stocked, dead stocked, and what they're harboring up in there, whether it's their basement or some type of safe place where they got it stocked. You people don't realize, man, that that's going to be for somebody else. That's going to be for the elect of the nation of Israel, man. Whatever they need, that they're going to get that. The rest of you people, you're going to, you're gonna be taken out, man. You other nations, you're not off the hook either. So-called Chinese, Japanese, East Indians, Africans, and Arabs, man. You're not off the hook. You played your part in this. You played a major part in this, man. All you nations came together to destroy the nation of Israel, and the Lord is fixing to put hell on not just America, but all you nations, man. We know all nations are here in America, but even in their countries and where they are the majority, the Lord's going to hit those places as well. So you can harbor up whatever you need. You're not going to enjoy it, man. The Lord is going to feed his elect. The Lord is going to supply his elect. The rest of y'all are through.
And that tub of butter that you have sitting in your fridge. And it's, again, not because I think they're going to disappear in 2 weeks. It's because I'm not willing to pay double or triple or quadruple what they cost today. And hear me on this, those prices are going to hit those levels within the next few months. And people who wait will be very, very sorry. This isn't fear, this is math. Tell me in the comments, what are you going to stock up on first? But put in the comments, what is it that you're doing so that you're ahead of the curve?
And I just I mentioned this. The brother put it up. This is from the GNT, Isaiah 65, 13 and 14. It says, "And so I tell you that those who worship and obey me will have plenty to eat and drink. But you will be hungry and thirsty." That's the ones that do not, worship and obey Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, right? It says, they will be happy, the ones that serve, but you will be disgraced, the ones that don't. They will sing for joy, but you will cry with a broken heart, man. So that's the difference between those that worship Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua and those that don't.
I was strolling through these TikTok streets and I came across this lady's video and she was talking about how she got to stock up on ammo and stuff like that. And the reason she was saying it was because she said she went in the gas station or something and she had like a political shirt on or whatever. And anyway, one of the guys had said something, having a conversation about, if the world just went to shits, like if shit like popped off over here and the world went to shits, how he was like, he was going to be kicking in doors to take his shit. Yeah, he was kicking in doors to take his shit from people, like whatever. He just going to be taking shit from other people, put it like that. And so she was like, she need to stock up on some ammo. And I got to thinking, I'm like, what do we really think gonna happen if the world do go to shits, right? Because like they say that, say for instance, if we used to have a blackout, like right now they say if we used to have a complete blackout and no electricity, we'd be done for in 6 months. Because half of us don't have survival skills. We ain't prepared for anything like that. So in 6 months we're gonna be done for. Grocery stores gonna stop moving, they're gonna be ran through the grocery stores. You won't have no freight coming in and out. So you're going to pretty much be done. That's why I say they put shit in plain sight. Like these movies, The Walking Dead, any zombie movie. Any movie where you got to survive is pretty much a guideline, a guidebook to survival. Just remove the goddamn zombie. Remove The Walking Dead
people from out of The Walking Dead. Remove all of the walkers out of The Walking Dead. All you got is a guidebook for survival. That whole series, that's all the fucking was showing you. It's how to survive when the world goes shit. Because you gotta think about it. You're gonna have people that's going to be trying to build and rebuild and barter and stuff like that. And then you're gonna have people that's gonna click up and gonna be like, yeah, y'all can do all this shit, but I'm gonna get the same like-minded people and we're gonna come take your shit. We're gonna become bullies. We kicking in doors. Whatever you get is ours, and who's gonna stop us? So if we was to have a blackout and it go completely dark, and you the only one on your street with a generator, and I'm gonna say you got a solar generator. It don't even make noise. You ain't got the one to run on gas. Let's just say you just got the solar powered generator. You ain't gonna be able to have your lights on. You the only one with lights on that street. Not for long, because somebody gonna come kick your door in and take your shit once they run out of food and realize, oh, y'all still got electricity. That means you still got food. That means you still got frozen food in your house or whatever. You got something they want. Oh, they coming in. So you ain't gonna be flicking your lights on all willy-nilly. You gonna be running that motherfucker like you ain't got no lights either. You gonna be keeping the lights off. You gonna be trying to hide your generator if it's in the house or outside. And if you got one that run off gas, you ain't finna have that motherfucker running. Because guess what? People are finna be coming. Because at the end of the day, it's survival of the fittest. And may the best man win. And people never really know what they would do when they get in survival mode. You're gonna do whatever the fuck you gotta do to survive. I had an uncle, rest his soul, that was in the Vietnam War. And it messed him up really, really bad, y'all. I'm talking about really, really bad. But he ended up passing away during caught COVID, and he passed away. But he used to have flashbacks. What he had PTSD, whatever they call it. So he used to have flashbacks, so medication and everything. But when he would tell us the stories, he would talk about how they was in that rainforest jungle or wherever the hell they was at in Vietnam, and when they ran out of food, and when they was just in the deep of the jungle, he told me they was eating worms, beetles, whatever they could eat, turtles. He said he never thought he would ever put something like that in his mouth. But when you starving and you try to survive, you gonna eat whatever you can get in your mouth. And he said they was eating worms, beetles, and I can't say right to this day, but up until he passed away and he was able to do for himself, my uncle, he used to have turtle soup. He would eat turtle soup. And I had a pet turtle when I was growing up, so I used to keep my turtle away from him. Because one time he came over there and he was like, this show is a big old thick turtle. You ain't gonna make my turtle out of turtle soup. But yeah, he would go down to the swamp. While they down there catching fish, he would catch turtles and make turtle soup. So you never know what you would have to do to survive. Eating beetles, bugs, worms. I can't see myself doing that, but then again, if I ain't got shit else to eat, ain't no telling what. I probably would pick up a worm and try to eat it.
And I've had conversations with Jake and Eve, and they said the same thing. Some said, I'll eat my dog. If I ain't had nothing to eat, I would eat my dog. Because I always pose a question. I say, what if you woke up one day and you looked out your door? You looked out your window and there was total chaos. No gas, no lights. You have no food, right? No money, right? And when you look out your window, there's people, it's total chaos. What would you do? And some of them tried to skate around it. They didn't really understand the question. Oh, I would find something to eat. I said, you gonna go outside? And he was like, they would be like, yeah. I said, well, that's a risk. So then, some people would jump in and say, man, I'll eat my dog. I'll eat my cat. I'll make it. I'll make it somehow, some way, man. So, see, this is the way people are thinking already, man. People don't wake up and think these types of ways now. They don't do that, man. This is the furthest thing from their minds. Them ever having them not ever having food or some way to eat, or because if a person didn't have money but had food, they wouldn't complain. Now, if a person didn't have food but had money, they would complain, right? But food is a major thing you need to survive, right? See, the Lord is training, his elect, his hopeful elect, and we take heed to his word and what he told us to do and what he tell us to do. If he tell us to fast, we do it. If he tell us to not eat this, we don't eat it. He tell us to not buy on this day, we don't do it, right? Even though we are in captivity and we are rehearsing the righteous acts, so sometimes we may go off on it, but for the most, we don't, just do it, and say, oh, we're trying. We try not to do it. Like some things you don't have to eat certain things. There's many things to eat now. Right. But as far as keeping the Sabbath and things like that, we may struggle with that, because we in captivity. But Jake got a sick mind already. So during that time, man, it's going to be very, very, a very gruesome, situation. So let me get this last one. We're going to close out. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15 and verse 14. It says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein, meaning destruction. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another with swords in their hands, man. Yeah. Because, like this woman said, you're going to have people that are going to have things, and then there's going to be other people out here that's looking to take your things. And they're not taking no for an answer. Right? So that's going to cause mass conflict. That's going to bring bloodshed. Right? It says, for there shall be sedition among men. And you see that going on. People rising up against the government. That one dude was saying we gotta take up arms because they're gonna try to box us in. Right? This is something that we gotta do. Right? It says, for there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power, man. So what you've been hearing lately is we the people. We need to take back, our country. We need to, do things according to how we want it done. We got the power. So, people in Babylon, especially, they looking to X the rulership and the leadership out. Right? Verse 17, it says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Yeah, they're gonna try to lock shit down, man. Right? And I believe that is coming. Verse 18, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Man, it ain't gonna be no more movie nights in your house and just chilling. It ain't gonna be none of that. Verse 19, it says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods, meaning take your goods, because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation, for the scarcity of food, and for that major affliction that's coming down, in everyone's lives, man. So, like I said, you can think that, you got you ahead of the game, but you're not, man. You're not ahead of the game. Things are going to get very bad, and people are going to panic. People, the first thing they're looking to do is bear arms, buy firearms, man, and harbor up on ammunition. It's not going to be a game out here, man. And the ones that you think is cool with you and the ones that got your back, they're going to turn on you too. A trust is going to go out the window. So, believe it or not, it's coming. Oh, man. It's about to be heavy on this place, man. The Lord is about to bring a major plague on this place and upon you people, man, for your pride, for your arrogance, for your stupidity, for your abominable works. The Lord is about to remove all pity and mercy amongst you other nations and 2/3 of you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans. But the elect, the plant, the Lord's going to have mercy on his elect. So, I'm going to leave it there. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua willing, the elect was other Father. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua, Bahashem Rakakadash, for blessing me with the Spirit through this lesson. To the next one. Shalom.
So y'all, it's for entertainment purposes only, TikTok. But y'all better get y'all mind right. And always have in the back of your mind that anything could happen at any given time. Just be prepared. Be prepared. They put too many of these movies out here. I have these people click up and do shit. But any of us would be getting caught the fuck off guard if something like that was to happen. I'm just saying. Just make you think, don't it? Anywho, good night.